So I want to have the flexibility of being able to make all of these different shapes whenever I want. In order to do that, I have to have the stop pin set in a fixed position right by the pivot, because all of these blades are heat treated. They're all hardened, and I grind out whatever material I don't need in order to make the shape that I want. In order to do the stop pin, the internal stop pin, on the inside of the blade has to be annealed. That is, you have to do the milling before it gets heat treated. I like to do all of my grinding in the hardened state, as I've said before. So I have the blades heat treated and hardened. I have the pivot pin hole and the stop pin hole already drilled in. They go to the heat treater and they come back ready to be turned into a blade. So that's why I prefer to do the track in the handle part, such as this is, once again, stop in the up position, the open position, and in the closed position. Can you see that red dot there? Can you see that? How's that? Okay, how do we do it? First of all, get this stuff out of the way. First step is to set the blade onto the handle part. What did I do with it? Right here. Determine what the open position is going to be. I don't want it down too far. I don't want it up too high. I want to get it just right. Goldilocks position. Now that's the position that I want to keep my open blade in. I clamp it right there, and I'll use the blade as a drill guide, and I'll drill straight through into the handle part. And there we go, number one, right at the top. I'm drilling this top hole in the blade in the open position. Now, I use a 3/32 stop pin. I found that that's plenty strong. They're hardened, usually 440C dowel pins. And I buy them as dowel pins, pre-hardened, polished, very accurate. They're as strong as can be. Some people like to use an 1/8 inch. Some people even have used 3/16 for stop pins. Use whatever you want. The process is the same. We're going to deal with this for a 3/32 stop pin, and you'll see when we get back on the milling machine how I'm going to set that 3/32 milling cutter in exactly the right position. So the first step.